Deep in the thick forests of Zanzibar, there lived a secret tribe of African women, powerful, wealthy, and self-sufficient. Almost no one knew they existed. They fished, farmed, chopped firewood, built homes. Everything was done by their own hands. They were strong, resilient, and fearless, one of the most powerful groups of women in the entire country. But they lived by one sacred rule: never fall in love and never get married. For generations, this rule had been the foundation of their power. Love, they believed, was a weakness, a trap that had destroyed many great women before them. When their beloved leader passed away, the tribe decided to leave the shadows of the forest and relocate to the city, where there was more freedom, more fun, and more opportunities. Still, their customs remained. Every year, 2 women were chosen to leave the estate, find men, and return pregnant, with only female children. If the child turned out to be male, he was seen as a curse, a forbidden being. They were to be killed at birth, for men were not allowed in the tribe. This year, Aku and Zina were chosen. They underwent sacred rituals and spiritual fortifications before leaving for the city. With tearful goodbyes and chants for protection, the tribe women wished them luck as they stepped beyond the gates of their secret estate. Aku and Zina went their separate ways. Aku applied for a job in a top firm, and with the aura of power she carried, no one dared say no to her. She became the HR director within weeks. Zina followed her passion, enrolling in an art school, quickly excelling and making a name for herself in creative circles. But Aku had other desires. For years, she had longed for something deeper, affection. Strange dreams haunted her, visions of a man, a mysterious figure with warm eyes, strong arms, and a gentle voice. She dreamed of laughter, of memories, of being held and adored. She wanted more than duty. She wanted love. Will Aku follow her desires or obey their rule? Deep in the estate, Aziza, the tribe's new leader, had a vision. She saw Aku, lost in thoughts, gazing at her manager with longing. Aziza picked up the phone. Aku, her voice came sharp, cold. You are not a child. You know the rules. Do what you were sent to do. Sleep with him, bear a child, then return home. That is all. But my lady, this isn't fair, Aku replied softly. You don't know what it's like out here. The men, tall, handsome, they look like demigods. How am I supposed to resist that? I can't miss this chance. I know that feeling, Aziza said, her voice laced with bitterness. But we do not need them, Aku. They are only tools for our multiplication. Yes, my lady, Aku whispered. I'm sorry for disappointing you. But the seed of rebellion had already been planted. Soon, Aku grew closer to Itam, her manager. He was every woman's dream, charming, brilliant, and dangerously seductive. Even the strongest woman would crumble under his gaze. And Aku did. She fell in love, and worse, she married him. The news sent shockwaves through the estate. Something shifted. Women began dying mysteriously. Some fell ill from strange, incurable sicknesses. Others began aging rapidly, their beauty and strength withering overnight. The tribe was crumbling from within. They called Aku, again and again, warned her, begged her to stay away from hospitals when the child came. But Aku ignored them. She believed they were myths, old superstitions from women stuck in the past. Itam never knew the truth. Not the tribe, not the cause, not the danger. When labor came, Aku screamed in pain. Blood soaked the sheets. She begged Itam not to take her to the hospital, but he was terrified. He did what any loving husband would do. He took her. Aku died during childbirth, but not before delivering twins, 2 baby girls. At that very moment, back in the estate, dark clouds gathered. The sky cracked open with thunder. Heavy rain fell like a curse breaking loose.
Aziza stood outside in the storm, eyes closed, hands lifted to the heavens. She had felt it. The moment Aku's life ended, and the moment the twins drew their first breath. The balance had shifted, something ancient had been disturbed, and the story had only just begun. Aziza stood still in the middle of the sacred grounds, her eyes wide open as the heavens poured violently on their estates. Her white wrapper clung to her skin as the rain drenched her, but she didn't flinch. She knew. Aku is gone, she whispered. The earth beneath her shook slightly, the trees swayed like they were mourning. All over the estate, the women gathered, all of them dressed in black. Some were crying, others were just silent, their faces sunken from the strange illnesses that had plagued them since Aku abandoned the tribe. Aziza raised her staff and pointed it to the sky. Thunder cracked. The balance has been broken. In the city, Itom stared at the two baby girls crying in his arms. His wife was gone. The hospital staff had done all they could, but Aku's body shut down moments after bringing the twins into the world. What confused the doctors was the strange way she had screamed before giving up, a scream that sounded more like a corpse being released than a woman in pain. Itom was shattered. He loved her. She was a mystery, but she had become his everything. But now, with these two baby girls in his arms, he didn't know what to do.
At the estate, Aziza summoned the council of elders. These girls must be found, she said. They are ours, born from our blood, but brought into the world through broken vows and forbidden love. If they remain out there, they could either destroy us or save us. We must watch them, from a distance, until the day their purpose reveals itself. Zina stepped forward. Her face was pale, tired. I will go. I was Aku's sister in the tribe. Let me be the shadow in their lives. Let me protect them, and make sure they don't make the same mistake. Aziza looked deep into Zina's eyes, then nodded. Go. Years passed. The twins, Aluma and Kela, grew into striking young girls. They had no idea of their true origin. Itom raised them with love, trying his best to fill the hole their mother's absence left behind. But the girls were different. Strange things happened around them. When Kela got angry, lights flickered. When Aluma cried, the rain would fall. By the time they were 12, they could both hear voices in their sleep, whispers from a place they didn't recognize. Voices of women, calling them, guiding them. One night, Kela woke up in tears. Mama was from somewhere else, wasn't she? Itom sighed. She was. She never told me everything. Only that she came from a place where women ruled, and love was forbidden. Why? I don't know, he said honestly. But Zina did. She had been living quietly nearby, watching over the girls from afar, reporting to Aziza. She saw how powerful they were becoming, how their bond was unlike anything she'd ever seen. When the girls turned 16, they both had the same dream, a white estate in the forest, women in long wrappers dancing around a fire, and a voice that told them, "You are the daughters of a fallen queen. The future of the tribe lies in your hands." The next day, they ran away from home, and followed the dream. Some searched everywhere, but they had vanished. All he found was a white feather on their bed and a strange marking on their pillows, the same symbol that had once glowed on Aku's body the night she died. The tribe estate gates opened at dawn. Aziza stood tall, older but still powerful. She watched as the girls stepped in, bold, curious, unsure, but destined. The women gathered, some crying in joy, some falling to their knees. It was like life had returned to their bones. "You are welcome, children of Aku," Aziza said. "You carry our blood, and something more. The world will test you. But remember who you are." The girls stared at her, not fully understanding what they had walked into, but feeling, deep inside, that this place was where their story truly began. A new era had come, not ruled by hate or fear of love, but by choice. Power and affection could exist together, but it would be up to the girls to rewrite the tribe's destiny. And that was only the beginning.